You're listening to The John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, now in color. How you doing, Dan?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, if we add a little lemon scented, I think we're onto something here.
Still gluten-free.
Remember when everything got lemon scented?
Yeah, what was that all
Like
about?
everything. I don't care what it was.
I remember toilet paper that was lemon scented.
Everything was
why?
lemon scented.
Who's sniffing their toilet paper?
Lemon scented frozen waffles. It just didn't matter. Oh, holy
It
cow.
started with Pine Sol, though.
Welcome to a brand new month.
Yeah, it's February.
It's February.
It is the shortest month of the year.
That's true. Can't slip much past John. You just can't.
I know.
You just
He's
can't.
on the cutting edge of everything.
Yes.
Oh, he's not a world famous homicide detective. We will never know.
One of these days, going to do that.
Lisa Marie Presley. Goodness gracious, she's had an interesting life.
She has.
She's 54 today.
Her dad was Elvis.
Again, John just kind of puts the final little, he crosses the T's, dots the I's,
Nothing more than color commentary.
something else. And I know one of Heidi's favorite actors and all around favorite people of all time, I may be going on a limb here, but I think I'm correct.
Okay.
George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley.
I do love George Jefferson.
He was something else. You know,
Every
he was,
time we see him in something, she's like, he'd be fun to hang out with.
he would.
He would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made his bones, of course. He lived in the same neighborhood as Archie Bunker back in the day.
Yeah,
And then he moved on up to the
Yep.
east side.
Moving on up.
he did.
Sherman Hemsley. I don't know why. I've just always loved this guy. He was such a lunatic. James Ambrose Johnson Jr., born this day.
Johnson Jr.
We knew him as Rick James.
Oh, my goodness.
He was funkadelic, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Funkadelic.
names.
Freak.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. She's all right.
She is all right.
She's like the boys in the band. She's a super freak. Thank you, Rick. That's,
I got a ringtone. Thanks, Dan.
he was the voice of a generation. It was 1982. 1982. I remember watching this in real time. Holy cow. 1982. Late Night with David Letterman debuts on NBC.
Yeah.
His very first guest.
Bill Murray.
John, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Of course.
It would be 10 years earlier in 1972, the very first scientifically produced handheld calculator, the HP 35.
From Texas Instruments?
Well, I see HP 35. I'm thinking Hewlett Packard.
That could be. Yeah.
Okay. Goes on sale to the public. Price tag, 1972. Handheld calculator.
Oh.
Was only $395.
Is that all?
Holy cow.
Bargain.
Okay, that same item in today's dollars, $2,634.61.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll bet you couldn't buy an original one for that because they're probably worth far more than that.
Okay, a good friend of mine, Jeff Sergeant Cliff Swanson, he would graduate from University of Minnesota in 75 or 76. Anyway, graduation party at his house, and it was a big deal. He opens the gift from his parents.
Yeah.
And it was a Texas Instruments handheld calculator.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember standing in his backyard, and everybody's going, ooh. Do 2 plus 2 again. Mind blown.
And then you could make it say different words.
Oh,
You
man.
punch it in and
No,
hold
it was a
upside down.
thing. It was a thing. It was 1587. I just love the way they used to do things. It made life so much simpler. This day, 1587, Queen Elizabeth I signs a death warrant for her cousin Mary, Queen of Scots.
Why in the world?
It was just a great way.
My.
Solving family squabbles back then was just a whole lot cleaner.
We need to bring back the death warrant. How is there not a metal band
I've
called
got a
Death
couple
Warrant?
people in my family I'd issue one for.
Wow, it got really dark in here.
And I'm in her family. It might be me that she's talking about.
She's looking right at you, dude.
She's
Maybe.
pointing now.
Looking right at you. You know, this was fascinating, and now I know, and you know, we all know, and we can just move ahead.
We shall do exactly that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, brought to you in part by the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Also, we need a sponsor here.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
As New Year gets underway, Americans are setting new health and fitness goals for themselves and their families. But before beginning, everybody might want to take a look at the best and see what they're doing. Army Reserves are taking health and fitness to a new level, combining a new challenge for soldiers called the Double Eagle Fitness Challenge. And we're going to chat today with Sergeant Major Robert Setter. How are you, sir?
Doing fantastic.
Excited to visit with you about this. Now, tell me a little bit about the Army Reserve's new health and fitness system, and why is this being introduced right now?
Well, it all begins with the U.S. Army's mission, and our mission is to deploy, fight, and win our nation's wars. And data was clearly showing that the decades-old approach to health and fitness in the Army, it wasn't holding up to today's environment. We were seeing increased injury rates in our new recruits, more overuse injuries, increased obesity. It was all resulting in more non-deployable soldiers and increased medical costs. So to meet that Army's mission, we must invest in our most valuable resource, and that's the soldier. The Holistic Health and Fitness System, known as H2F, is that commitment to make today's soldiers healthier, more lethal, and a more ready force, while at the same time reducing the human and physical costs to the Army.
Let's talk a little more about the H2F system. Give me some details on what that means.
Well, that H2F system is a cultural shift in changing soldiers' perceptions about health and fitness. It focuses on both that physical aspect and that non-physical performance. And some of those non-physical performance items are mental readiness. It is addressed through targeted education, training on strategies and mental skills like goal setting, energy management, mental toughness, character development, even emotional management. It focuses on spiritual readiness, and that is addressed through the lens of personal, philosophical, psychological, and religious teachings and beliefs. These are the essence of a soldier, enabling him or her to build that strength and that resiliency. And obviously it focuses on nutritional readiness and sleep readiness. Another key component of this new system is to focus on preventive strategies for both mental and physical. Soldiers will only achieve that optimal performance and readiness by focusing on the mind, body, and the spirit.
I think that sounds fantastic. So, as just a regular guy, not in the military, how can I and average Americans learn from these programs to improve our own health and fitness?
Well, I think we can all draw some inspiration from the Double Eagle Fitness Challenge. And the Double Eagle Fitness Challenge leverages those key principles outlined in the H2F system. The challenge is a 12-week physical event designed around 3 key objectives. That first objective is to drive motivation and build those teams and community. And we all know community is critical for our overall well-being. We know there's strength in numbers, and our overall health is directly linked to our connections. Secondly, to develop those healthy habits. This isn't a one-day challenge. This is a 12-week-long challenge. This amount of time provides that framework to develop those persistent, healthy habits. And finally, we all have to start where we are, use what we have, and do what we can. In order to create healthier, holistic habits, we have to take an inventory where we are today. And I tell you, where I am today wasn't where I was 20 years ago. I got to evaluate my sleep, nutrition, fitness, even my mental and spiritual well-being. And then I got to make a plan of where I want to go.
That is fantastic. So what would you say are some of the main goals the U.S. Army Reserves hopes to achieve with the H2F system, and where can people learn about this?
Absolutely. Implementation of this H2F system is the Army Reserve's investment to enhance that soldier lethality and readiness, optimize that physical and non-physical performance, reduce those injury rates, and if you do get injured, rehabilitate you and get you back into the fight, and to improve overall soldier morale and effectiveness. By addressing and optimizing mental wellness and acuity, this new system will build that agile, adaptable, and fit soldier. To find out more about these programs and get inspired to reach your own health goals and wellness goals, you can visit us at www.hfs.org. www.usar.army.mil. Again, that's www.usar.army.mil.
Sergeant Major Robert Setter, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch.
Appreciate you, John. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you. Proud to serve.
And once again, if you'd like to learn more about the program we just talked about, the website, once again, usar.army.mil.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is a great quote from Wayne Gretzky and from Michael Scott. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and it's free. Take a shot. We may be able to save you money each and every month. We'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And now, stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
You know, high school days. A lot of people like to relive high school days.
Yeah, not me.
Just they kind of get there. And I think I asked you earlier, for some reason, I had you pegged as that guy that you may have been like homecoming king or something. And you said, absolutely not even close.
You pegged me completely. I was working over 40 hours a week during high school. I barely made it to high school.
Yeah, you had a different life going on than high school. And to some people in high school is literally their life.
I graduated early and got out of there as quickly as I could.
Well, I found a list of celebrities who we all know and certainly do adore that happen to be high school homecoming queens.
Ooh.
Some may surprise you, and then some may not.
I noticed that you didn't have me pegged for a high school homecoming queen.
Well, I did, because you kind of reached your zenith.
Yes, as Little Miss Alta, runner-up
Miss Congeniality when you were like 8 years old.
You can't top that.
No.
You just can't.
No, it's a downward trajectory after that kind of pedestal.
You feel hurt that he didn't think you were the queen?
No. He knows why.
So here we go. As time has marched on, who was homecoming queen? Meryl Streep
Oh, I could see that.
was homecoming queen.
Yeah.
But Dakota Fanning.
Oh, yeah.
I could totally see
Actually,
that.
she hit it twice in 2009 and in 2010.
She's
But
adorable.
she was also super famous at the time because she was famous as a little girl.
Yeah, whatever. Write her bio, John.
I'm just saying, that's probably kind of an unfair comparison.
And I've always liked this actress. You probably know her best. Played the part of Ann Perkins in Park and Rec. Rashida Jones.
Oh, yeah. I liked
Quincy's
her.
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Homecoming queen in 1993.
Nice.
Jessica Simpson.
I could see that.
Pierce High School in, where is it? I think it's in Texas, 1997. Jessica got the crown.
Oh, nice.
Renee Zellweger
Aw.
in 1987.
I've always liked her.
Yeah, she's kind of all right. But up, Sheryl Crow. I did not see that one coming.
I really didn't either.
Yeah, because she seemed kind of like a rebel to me.
Well, she actually wrote and released a song literally titled Homecoming Queen, which may have something to do with that, and maybe not. I guess I really don't know. Let's see, got a couple others here. Faith Hill was a homecoming queen.
Nice. You see that?
Makes sense. One of the now, I think, is it 3 people I want my ashes scattered on?
Oh, yeah.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
Van Nuys High School, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Dan is gone, we're supposed to throw his ashes on
Paula
her.
Abdul. Danica Patrick.
Danica Patrick. Who was the third?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
That third position kind of keeps shifting around.
You're going to have to write it down
You in
then.
foursies?
Well, okay, it's a month or two ago, I was thinking Terry Hatcher.
Oh, yeah. I remember we had that discussion.
No.
So again, well,
you deserve a better resting place than that.
we'll have to focus group it.
We'll have to focus.
Right now, hey, ladies, the third slot's open.
I'm just letting you know, I have all this recorded, so someday when I do get arrested for this, I'm playing this tape and letting him know it was his wish. Not my fault. It was his wish. I didn't mean to ruin the Oscars.
Yeah. My ashes, just, what, drop them off at St. Joe's and wait for Ladies' Day Ash Wednesday. Put them on everybody.
Oh, my God. Oh, Dan.
I've got a bucket list. We're going to end it with this one. Homecoming Queen, Camarac High School, back in the day. Ladies and gentlemen, hand her the crown, give her some roses and a scepter. Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That's cool.
But, and again, can't show it here, but along with this article, there were some...
Photos?
Yeah. And Rosie was really pretty attractive young lady.
Nice.
Yeah, really long hair and a really beautiful smile and pretty. So yeah.
That is awesome.
Interesting.
So I found that interesting.
I can see
I
why.
do also.
Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
I find it interesting also as well, too.
Again, but I repeat himself.
As well.
The John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, brought to you in part by SuEmpireJobs.com. Why can't we get sponsors?
In the U.S., there are 5 credit cards for every man, woman, and child. That's a lot of credit cards. And sadly, many of those are not great cards. At BetterCreditCards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer points and perks. Other cards designed to help you build your credit. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Equities ended a sour January on an up note, with the S&P 500 rising more than 1.75% at the high of the session. The move was led by a resurgence in tech sentiment led by Apple. Their better-than-expected earnings report and comments on the supply chain have given the market a second wind despite the rising threat of inflation. The odds of a rate hike in March are at about 100%, with a rising chance of 2 hikes by April. Assuming this week's NFP data is at least consistent with recent trends, the market needs to brace for a 50 basis point hike in March and maybe another one in April. This week will be all about earnings despite the NFP on Friday. This is the busiest week of the Q4 reporting season to date and promises to bring reports from more than 20% of the index, and more than enough to cause no small amount of volatility. If the reports continue to come in as they have, the market should brace for another spike in volatility, if not a downturn in market prices. While Q4 earnings are better than expected, the outlook for Q1 2022 is dimming. You can get the inside track at MarketBeatMinute.com.